I'm River Wolfston, your counselor for Canyons Online. Today, this video is on Chapter 5, Family Messages. All right, Part 1, Know This. How you feel about yourself today has partly to do with the messages that you received as a child from people in your family. The way you interpreted those messages as a child helped you feel good or bad about yourself. When you evaluate these same messages as a young adult, you can decide which you want to keep believing and which you don't. Okay, here's the story. Dylan sat in a fourth period stress group and felt confused. Other kids had situations worse than his. It seemed that they had more reason to feel stressed. He just had thoughts in his head, things he'd been told that made him feel bad about himself. But the thoughts were so loud and strong it felt like they had power to ruin his whole life. He felt embarrassed to bring them up in the group, so he told Miss Cheney, the group leader, about them later. I keep hearing this voice in my head telling me that I'm not good enough, he said. It drives me crazy. No matter what I do, I always feel so bad about myself. Did anyone ever actually tell you that you weren't good enough? Asked Mrs. Cheney. Just my dad when I was little. He always told me I should try to improve at soccer, try to improve at my grades, try to improve my attitude, try to improve everything, I guess. And even when I did get better, he'd tell me to improve more. Your current thoughts make sense then, said Miss Cheney. The messages we receive as children get stuck with us. They are especially powerful when they come from our parents or guardians because these are the most important people in our lives. We literally depend on them for our survival. Their messages are the first ideas we have about ourselves, and they go a long way towards shaping our self-image and our self-esteem. Ideally, we're raised by perfectly healthy people who send us only perfectly healthy messages. In reality, however, we are all raised by human beings who are doing the best they can, but are nonetheless imperfect. And at any given moment may not be capable of giving healthy love or sending positive messages. What's most important is to understand that negative messages don't reflect our true worth. As young children, we usually believe all the messages we receive without question. As a young adult, you have the ability to look at those messages more carefully and determine which are helping you create healthy self-esteem and which aren't. You have the power to let go of any messages that aren't serving you well. As I was reading through that, I noticed that the kid, his dad, none of those messages were like, "You suck, you're not good enough." His dad was probably trying to help him improve. He was trying to help, motivate him to get better. Maybe those are messages that his dad heard when he grew up. Just trying to give praise or guidance. I don't know, but the way it affected the kid was that he felt like he was never good enough.